Save it for the booth, conversations from a stoop. Let me introduce the host. They came to speak their truth. We all bringing heat, ain't talk about no propane. First host is pure dope, that's why we call it cocaine. Next up is Punk, he gon' give you what you want. He don't stunt like a pack of Dutchess, he gon' keep it blunt. Sugar Montana, she hot as Louisiana, and she hold no punches, so please excuse her manners. We got big homie, Suave, he pretty chill. When it comes to the topics 100, he keep it real. The show get you in tune, the flow get you enthused. Producer of the pod, that's why they call me Deuce. So let go.
Dennis Burton, my nigga DB in the booth.
Yo.
We fucking with celebrities today. Y'all
Hey.
ain't know we got.
Hey.
We got celebrities. What's the shows you been on?
Hold on. Let's kick it off. Let's kick it off right, man. Alright, what's good, y'all? We got episode 16.
That's what episode, y'all.
Episode
I ain't even
16.
keeping track. I'm just
No.
doing this shit because I love it. We in here.
And we ain't stopping.
We ain't stopping.
All right, let's go,
We
man.
ain't stopping.
Hey, we got a special guest. Okay, first off, we don't got the ladies here today, so we miss you guys.
Hope y'all doing good.
We hope y'all doing good. We
Big homie, shout out. Big homie.
Big
Miss
homie.
you in here, big homie.
Will he return? We got Dennis Burton up in here. Special guest Dennis Burton up in here, man.
What's going on, fellas?
Can you give us the
My
run?
boy.
Can you give us the rundown?
Hey, hold on.
Comedian,
Let me give y'all a
actor.
little backstory
Please.
real quick. I've been knowing these niggas since about 12. I've been knowing Dennis definitely since 12. Think I met Deuce about 13. But you know, we all went to school together. We've been in this thing for a minute. 20 plus years at this point.
Yes,
But
sir.
you know, with that, go ahead, man.
Oh man, you know I've been doing my thing, stand up comedy. You know what I mean?
Yes,
Oh,
Get it
yeah,
closer.
you know what I mean. Just stand up comedy. You know what I mean? Been opening up for Donnell Rawlins, Leon Rogers.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Now I just got into acting, so I've been on Chicago Fire. Had a little feature.
I just saw that episode last week. We've been binge watching with the wife.
Oh, you was on Chicago Fire?
Yeah,
Hey.
Chicago Fire. And then I had a little feature on Fargo with Chris Rock. So
that's kind of big
I'm
time.
making a little bit of moves,
Yes,
man. You know what I'm
sir.
saying? Getting out
Yes,
of here.
sir.
So
you know?
we got a celebrity
We
for y'all
got
in
we
the
finally
booth
got
today.
a celeb up
I
in
got
here.
like 10% in me, nigga. You know
we
what I'm
finally
saying?
got a celeb. So what's your social media so the people can follow you? And all
Oh
that
man,
good stuff?
social media handle is I am Dennis Burton, and that's for everything: Twitter, Instagram. I ain't got Facebook no more. So
You on TikTok, nigga?
nah,
Get
I
on
ain't good.
TikTok, man.
Get on there.
You gotta
people been
rock
asking me
with
to
us
get
on
on
TikTok.
People been asking me to get on TikTok. I think I'm gonna do it
You need to.
just to be on some dancing type silly shit.
They
bro.
love me and hate me on TikTok, and I'm okay with that.
Uh-oh.
What you do, bro?
They just love me and hate me. I just
I
be
gotta see it
being
for
me. That's
myself.
all. Yeah, you gotta go watch the clips.
I
man.
got you. I got you.
All right, so we gonna get into it though. We did have something come across the timeline that we wanted to discuss, and this is the Man's Club episode. So we gonna be kind of strategic with the topics here.
Yeah. So the first topic, it was a man.
Let's play it.
You gonna play it?
Yeah.
So, Miss Yvonne has acknowledged that her story about you touching your children in a sexual way was not true. So, Miss Yvonne, is there anything that you wanted to say to Mr. Monsell?
Why didn't you fight for him harder if you knew you
Excuse
didn't
me?
do it?
And what is it that he could have said?
We gonna cut the clip right there because that's the gist of it. we gonna cut it right
Whoa.
there.
You talking about some trifling shit, boy?
Is that that's above trifling? That's
That
past
is.
trifling.
You could have got this man locked up. Lying. Telling his kids that he ain't had a relationship with his daughters for who knows how long. That could be just damaged. Hopefully it's repairable.
And for the people, let's just summarize what just happened. So you want to do it?
The wife told the daughters for years that their father molested them. when they were kids. And he hasn't clearly had a relationship with his daughters for a while. Just from hearing her say, why you didn't fight for them harder. What? Why I didn't fight for them harder? Because you lied on me. Just think about that.
And where do you think this mentality stems from? I know this is a specific case, but in general, you know.
I don't know where that mentality stems from.
I
just can't even.
I can't think of where it comes from either, because that's, you know how like you got to be real like extra dirty to start some shit like that, especially with your kids. Then to put that on another man, that's the father of your children. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that probably was doing the right thing.
Yeah.
That hadn't did nothing to them. Like, what's wrong with you mentally that you wanted him to be looked at that bad? And
she made the comment, I'm going to ruin you for the rest of your life.
The comment about why you didn't fight for them harder, like, it just make you think about the men who don't have relationships with their kids, and women lying saying your daddy ain't this, your daddy did this, and he don't want you, and he don't. And of course, that's not the case all the time. It's a bunch of deadbeat men out here.
All right, and you know it's one of those where, you know, it's always a stereotype anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And you know, especially on us as black men, you know, we don't take care of our kids. You know, we just having babies out here.
I'm so tired of that narrative, and I get it. It happens. I understand.
But like,
I see a lot of black men take care of their kids now. I don't know a black man that don't take care of his kids. If I do, I wouldn't know him. I'm not gonna be around them. I'm not condoning none of that. But just to see that the lies that are told, how many other women done lie like that?
Yeah.
And not just about kids.
And that's what I was gonna ask. So when it comes to, I guess, breakups or separations, who's more malicious when it comes to who's more cold blooded when it comes to breakups and
I guess at this point it's who's the most bitter.
Who's usually the most bitter? And this, I don't want to I'm ragging on women.
The men's club is in effect.
It's no women in the booth to, you know, counter for y'all. But I'm sure y'all gonna get on social media and drag us for what we saying. But I feel like a lot of times in breakups, regardless if it's the man's fault, women do be bitter more than men. Because they feel like, I think part of it is because they feel like the prize. So how could you do this to me? How could you do me wrong? How could you, you know, cheat on me? How could you not love me the way I want to be loved? And I could see some bitterness coming from that.
Well, I also can see it from the women being more bitter than men anyway, because, you know, it's the emotional trait from them. So, you know what I'm saying, with all that emotion built up, and like you said, that I'm not the prize anymore, so who else is out there? Who else has your attention? You know, when attention is supposed to be on them, what they feel is supposed to be on them. You know what I mean? Again, another emotion. It's all this, well, now I'm about to make, you know, this person's life hell. And it ain't necessarily got to be making another man's life hell. It could be somebody,
the next man,
or they friend or ex-friend.
But this lady literally made her whole family's life hell, because how did the daughters feel? How did this affect them?
That's the tragedy
in their
and
relationship
the
with men.
Yeah, that's the tragedy and trauma. It's just like you've been thinking of your father as this terrible demon person probably for all these years, because your mother, who's supposed to be your protector, she gave birth to you. Like, they always say, if your mama not gonna protect you, who will?
Right.
And she literally told a lie, probably one of the worst lies you can tell a daughter. Period. Your father molested you. That's just out of control.
Yeah, man. I don't.
It's damaging to a little girl's psyche to a grown woman's psyche. Do you know how many grown women walking around messed up because they got molested as a kid?
Right.
And you're intentionally lying to them, messing them up in that
But
sense.
see, it starts to become what you're teaching to your kids, so now it becomes a repeated cycle. Because now they passing it down to their kids. Then it becomes they passing down to their kids, and so on and so on.
What my hope would be that regardless of it being a lie, that I would hope her daughters wouldn't lie to their daughters, to repeat that cycle. Like, I would hope that wouldn't occur. But I could see if if her daughters did have daughters, that they're paranoid about the man that they have around them, or the girl's father. Like,
for sure,
what you doing? I could see them being overprotective because of what they went through,
right?
Or what they thought they went through. Let me not say what they went through,
or not even just that. Think about just a breakup. How do they handle the breakups now? Because you see how moms handle it. Well, now I'm about to top this. You know what I mean? And I hate to say it like that, but it's like I say,
that's real talk.
It's a cycle that people we don't understand. Sometimes the things that we do, we teach our kids.
Right?
Yeah,
right.
We teach our kids because they're always watching. You know what I'm saying? So,
and I'm hoping, from watching the video, the three daughters seemed kind of even headed, and I would hope that they wouldn't do that to stop that cycle.
And
but
they seemed like they knew that their father
didn't
do that. It seemed like they came to that at some point.
And that's probably why they were even on the show to try to figure it out, because they probably were the ones that were like, I need to find out if this is true or not.
Right.
Because they didn't have no memory of the physical act happening.
Right.
But your mother has told you this all this time.
Right, the person that you're supposed to trust the most.
That you're supposed to trust. It's kind of like that. Somebody tell you a story over and over again, then you start telling the story like it happened to you.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all. Like, I seen that episode, but I ain't see the end of that. It's about 6 of them.
6 of the kids?
6 daughters. It's like 6 daughters.
Wow.
It's like those 3 right there were like the 3 oldest.
Wow.
It's 3 younger than them.
Wow.
So, like you said, but that was one of the things that was going on. Nobody had a relationship with. Everybody had no. The youngest one was the only one that had a real relationship with the mother.
Okay.
Nobody had a relationship with the father.
Okay.
Nobody had a relationship with.
Or those 3. I'm sorry, those 3, because those are his kids.
Okay.
Because she had another 3.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
So nobody had a relationship with the father or the mother?
Nobody had a relationship with the father.
Okay.
But by the time they got grown, I mean, nobody had a relationship with the mother.
Okay. By the time they get grown up.
And then you know how siblings fight or siblings talk. If somebody want to know something, they can always go to the person that talk to everybody.
Right.
So, right. So they can get it out. But yeah, bro. Like I said, it's terrible, bro. And I see so much, especially so much because it's in our own community. You know what I mean? As far as, African Americans. But dog, like nobody should actually feel like that. You know what I mean? If you have something, like, you got to learn how to let go. Move forward. Move on.
But if you have other kids, haven't you moved forward? You still trying to hurt me and you done moved on already. Like, what are we doing? You know what was crazy? We ain't gonna switch topics yet. But it brought me to, I was listening to 107.5 this morning to Leon and Kendra and them. It was like a woman, she was dating a guy, then met a guy in the club and started dating him. So she was dating both of them or whatever, but she was sleeping with both of them at the same time. Had a kid, but she ended up going with the dude that she met in the club, not the dude she had been with. Telling the dude she had been with it wasn't his kid. So now the little girl is 4. Dude married, got a life. You still with the other guy, but your daughter look like this dude. So y'all get a DNA test, it's not his kid. So now you want to call dude back 4 years later talking about you need to get a DNA test because this your daughter. Dude blocked her and all of that.
Whoa.
Why do you feel like I owe you anything? Do I feel like that little girl deserved to know who her biological father is? Absolutely. But if you told me this wasn't my kid for 4 years and I got a whole different life and you got a whole different, why are you contacting me now?
Right.
Keep leaving me alone like you've been leaving me alone.
Right.
Wow. How would you handle that situation, Dennis?
Me personally, I think it would have been very similar. I think it would have been similar, just for the simple fact of, like I said, or like Punk said, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's been 4 years. You told me the girl wasn't mine, and now she is.
Possibly.
Because I ain't got a DNA test, so possibly. You're right. Possibly.
It ain't his, but I don't know who else you might have dipped off with in that time either. Like, why all of a sudden now you want to try to put it on me?
Right.
Maybe the little girl do look like him, but I don't feel like he owe her nothing. I feel like he should get the test. I would want the little girl to know her biological father. That's the extent of it. But I don't feel like he owe her nothing. I probably would have blocked her too. Fuck you on my phone.
Yeah, block is strong. The block is strong.
I don't think it is, bro. I don't think it is. It's just sending a message. And I think that message is, I don't fuck with you.
Nope. And there's nothing wrong with that because for 4 years you've been good.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to switch it up now?
Because things ain't going good.
You trying to interrupt my life.
That's the common denominator right there. When things are going good, man, if she was a millionaire, she wouldn't have contacted that nigga.
No matter how that baby came out
looking. That baby could have came out looking like El DeBarge, nigga. Said him like, it's yours. It's yours. It's yours.
It's so crazy that you say that. For work purposes, I be driving at 7, 8 in the morning. So I'm listening to 104.3. They do a paternity test Tuesdays with Ed Lover in them. So I'm listening to that. This lady come on there. She had a one night stand with a nigga, right? Gets pregnant. Mm-hmm. He lied to her and told her he was a doctor. You never seen this man again, but had the baby. So when they asked him,
had the baby because he was a doctor.
When they asked her, like, you never saw him after that? Did you have a baby because he was a doctor? And her response was, well, yeah, I thought it'd be kind of cool, I got you to have a baby by a doctor. What made you think you don't know this man?
First of all,
so he was fine and a doctor.
No,
so you
bro.
let him shoot the club up, then got pregnant and decided to have a baby. Dude was the father, but he worked at Trader Joe's.
Yeah, okay, shout out Trader Joe's.
Let's rewind a little bit. You said you had a baby because he was a doctor. Where's your mind frame at from there?
I'm finna get paid. Child support checks finna be lit.
Oh my God.
We finna be set. That had to be the thought process, because what other thought process is it? That your kid gonna be a genius?
I don't think it works like that.
And it's just...
That baby about to be dumb to the motherfucker, boy. Stupid ass kid.
The thought of that, though, do you see how they say men be toxic? Do you see how toxic that is? I'm going to have a baby by somebody that told me he was a doctor.
Again, man.
After sleeping with him once and ain't never seen him again. That means you had months to stop whatever it was that was going on, and you decided not to. You didn't contact him in all this time. Now y'all got a baby.
Yeah. But see, like I said, man, but I mean, like we've been touching on the subject a minute about the, I know it's the guy's night. But it's that toxic trait, man. That's another emotional trait that comes from women. I just don't. And I
ain't gonna rag on the women.
I ain't gonna rag. I'm not ragging on because I love y'all. I love my women. I love especially my beautiful sisters. I love y'all. Y'all are God's gift, but y'all are itch in my ass that I can't scratch. Like, y'all, get on my fucking nerves.
Get it out, man. Get it out.
Retarded, man.
Man's cave.
But it's just crazy how those situations actually all kind of relate, which is weird. But just the different situations where you have women being wrong.
And speaking of that, I got a clip right here.
And you know what? Here's the other thing that happens is that, first and foremost, they will argue that they're not wrong, and then don't even want to apologize for the shit.
Just like the first lady said, why you didn't fight harder?
What type of apology is that?
You're trying to take the blame and the spotlight off of you for lying on me for years by saying why I didn't fight harder.
I threw the chair at her ass. I ain't gonna lie to you, dog. You know where in hell you
Is no fight that you could possibly think that I'm supposed to try to fight with that when you've lied all these times.
But not even just that. See, I don't. She majority of these the decisions that she's made, she hasn't even been thinking anyway. Because had he fought harder, went to court, she would have lost her kids.
Would she though?
Over some stupid shit like that, I believe.
But would
so.
she though? Because if she's steady saying that he molested them and have the daughters believing it, what happens when he goes to court if the daughter say, "Oh yeah, I was molested as a kid"?
Well, see, I think that's why I also think
They
it comes
don't do
into
lie detectors for court.
Well, never mind. That answers my question then. Because I sure was like, man, I know it's got to be something they can do as far as...
They feel like people know how to cheat them, so they don't utilize those.
Smart people know how to cheat them. Niggas don't. we gonna be trying to grip on some shit all the time.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm
How you
smart.
know you smart?
I ain't saying I can read a lie detector test, but
I
I'm
was coming with this
smart.
Marion Catholic shit.
Let me tell them a business.
They see you anyway. Goddamn it. Hey, so I wanted to ask. I think I asked you already, but do you watch Black Ink Chicago? We are from Chicago. Do you watch Black Ink Chicago?
Yeah, I went to high school with them.
Shot
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I want to play.
Straight up?
I want to play this. Which
What they went to Thornwood?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Four
Yeah, I
and
think I heard
Ryan.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I heard
I
that.
graduated with Ryan.
Oh, dope. So I want to see how y'all feel about this little clip here now.
I feel like you were taking me being pregnant seriously. I was freaking out.
And I got kids. You don't have no kids. You understand that?
I wouldn't have one.
Listen, what you mean wouldn't have one?
I'm not pregnant anymore.
He hurt.
I decided that I needed to terminate my pregnancy.
You're not pregnant no more right now.
No.
I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, you're not supposed to make no decision this big without the person you. I don't know how to feel about this because this has never happened before. This is my first abortion.
You left me. I would never forgive you for that. You left me when I needed you.
Whoa.
Okay, quick question.
Yes.
Were they together?
Yes. So let me just give it.
So, okay, is that past tense or still?
Well, as of the show, they weren't together after that, but they were together. You know, he knew they was having a baby. They hit some rocky terms as far as she thought he was maybe cheating, but then he went ghost. So she's trying to communicate, trying to, I don't know if she's argumentative or whatever, but she's trying to get a hold of him.
He ghosted her.
He went ghost for weeks. Couple of weeks, I think. At least a couple of weeks.
Okay.
So she terminated, and that happened. How do you feel about that? Is she wrong? Is she right?
I feel like
I'm gonna let him go first because I got strong opinions on this.
I feel like I don't think he should be mad. Because if you're escaping that, you're not trying to be around. You leave somebody else with the something that's in your control, and you give the control away. You give the full control away. I say y'all both have control over something, and you give your full control away. And it's kind of like, okay, well, I feel like I had to do what I had to do, and then because from what I got from the video, it seems like he didn't even want another because he claimed he got kids already. So it's kind of like...
No, he was saying, I got kids, so I take care of my kids, so why would you do that? That's where he was coming from.
Oh, okay.
I got kids.
That's what I got from it. I've never had an abortion before, so
yeah.
Okay,
why would
that's
I?
what he meant.
Okay,
So he
okay,
did. He
so,
did.
okay,
He was in. He did.
I misheard it. I misheard it. Now that just makes things pretty fucked up.
No, he did. He did want the baby.
She bogus as hell. She gotta get the fuck up off the show. She can't come back.
So I got kind of like a. I'm not gonna say she bogus. I understand her feeling like you not here for me, but that's still a decision I don't feel like you make on your own. Because one, I guess the biggest question is, if y'all break up, do that mean you don't want to have a kid? Well, obviously not, because she made the decision.
She did say
to get
that in the show. She said she don't want to be a single mother.
So, I mean, in that case, she did what she felt was best for her. But again, that's the debate between being a single mother and a single woman is two different things. So you don't want to be a single woman because if he take care of his kids, you're not going to be a single mother. He's still providing. You're not a single mother. But y'all ain't together, so you're a single woman.
Oh, man,
that's two different things.
You just hit something that kind of I've been actually coming across lately. You know, how not just women, but people, they love come with conditions instead of being unconditionally, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, had the condition was I'll have this baby if we together. You know what I'm saying? And then they come in, well, we not together. I'm about to go to. I ain't gonna say that,
but I didn't think about it like that.
You know, and that's, but
because saying I don't want to be a single mother is saying you don't think I'll take care of my kid.
Well, I think it probably was single woman, you know,
and that's where it gets misconstrued because it's a lot of women saying I'm a single mother just because they single. That don't mean you're a single mother. That means you're a single woman.
But is she wrong for? Because she's like, hey.
I'm not for abortion, period, really, you know? So, unless it's like rape cases or incest and weird stuff like that. But, so, yeah, I feel like she was wrong. He was wrong for ghosting her. I don't know what transpired between them before that to make him go ghost to need. Maybe they got into it too bad and he wanted to clear his head for some days, a week, whatever it was. I don't know how long it was either. But you can't ghost somebody for a couple months, obviously, and then think like, you made that decision without me? Yes, you wasn't around, bro. Like, what you expected? If I couldn't get in contact with you, I had to make a decision. I don't got 9 months to make a decision. I got to make one in the first
course.
What's the difference, though? What's the difference?
Because if she'd have waited, she tried to throw her ass down a flight of stairs.
He don't mean that, y'all.
He is a comedian. He is a comedian. And his views do not represent Save It for the Booth. They are his own. Okay. Disclaimer.
So you saying like, what's the difference in 3 months and 9 months?
Well, I'm saying what's the difference between 2 months and 3 weeks?
Because if you only 2 months pregnant or a month and a half pregnant, them 3 weeks you still can go do what you ultimately did.
And she did.
But I mean, what if we got back in contact in 3 weeks and it's like, nah, I don't want you to do that.
See, but that what if though, like,
right?
That time is ticking. When that bun is in the oven, that
2 months is like, yeah, you 2 months and then it's 4 months now. That's a little risky to be going to go get that done, and that's what I'm saying. It's a little.
So, but that's what I'm saying. Like, it seems like it's one of those things where you got to make a decision pretty quick, and
yeah, you got about 3 months to make a decision.
If I'm pregnant with your child, and I'm hitting you up, and you ghosted me for a week. Okay, 1 week. All right, 2 weeks. Like,
and that's why I said I would want to know how long it was.
What type of parent are you going to be if this is how you acting while in the
If you're
man?
with me, you should know what type of parent I am if I already got kids.
But look how you treated me. We together and you ghosted me, and I'm pregnant with your child.
But in a situation like that, it's kind of like shit. You're damned if you do, or you're damned if you don't. You know what I mean?
For who? Huh?
For either one, because if he want the kid, and it's like, man, I just had to go away to clear my head, and it's like, well, you did that, but in a sense, you can't be mad because you, like I say, y'all both talking and pulling at the same thing,
right.
But it's like y'all not. I mean, y'all still ain't communicating until, you know what? Fuck it.
But she's saying she was reaching out to him.
I know, but there's still no communication.
Right.
So either way, like I say, y'all, then it's a pull and tug, and then next thing you know, she's trying to pull, and ain't no tug from his end. So then she's like, well, I'm tired.
I gotta do what I gotta do.
Right. It becomes I get tired of this shit. So
I can understand both sides of it. I'm just not really for abortion, so it's kind of like a, thing for me.
Yeah, and that's like, again, excuse me, I know these are just jokes. I didn't mean it, but I'm not with it either.
He's not kicking nobody down the stairs.
I'm not doing none of that. First of all, that's jail time. I'm not going to jail, let alone prison. Anywho,
Right.
But like I said, that's a conversation that you. Man, let me tell you something. If you want to get in contact with somebody, you can get in contact with somebody. I don't care how you got to do it. You know where he work? You know where he live?
You know where his mama live.
You know where his mama live. If
you know his boys.
You know somebody.
Even if you send a message to his mama, hey, look, I'm thinking about going to this shop. You need to tell your son to contact me before I make this decision.
He didn't have to do that. Could have took a picture of Planned Parenthood. Yo, what's up? Straight like that.
Yeah, it is it might have been ways that could have been avoided. Just
Facebook,
so y'all put it on her.
No,
okay.
no.
Because I feel like
she
you
made a
can't
decision.
ghost because you know how women are when they pregnant.
I understand.
So,
but
I'm about to get my ass killed. But so you, somebody got to step on the fucking ledge out here.
But like I said though, it comes that point to where, bro, like. If you know this is something that y'all been fighting about, then you got to make it sure that's another job. That's your job to get to this man, no matter what you have to do.
I guess I just got questions like, what did y'all get into it about? Do you think it was that bad that for him to dip? Like, like
so what they got into it about, I feel like it was bad because he was telling her to pick a side between him or his or her best friend. So he's asking her to pick a side in a confrontation, and she picked her best friend. So
yeah, I might have ghosted you. I don't know for how long.
He was real tight about that.
I probably wouldn't have ghosted you, but I don't know. It
was a heated situation
because now I'm having doubts as if you even gonna ride with me 100%. If you're gonna choose your best friend in this situation, what if another situation occurred? You gonna choose her again? So yeah, that's tough.
What is your loyalty line?
Like yeah,
but in that. You say like he choosing, he questioning where her loyalty is, so he don't know if she gonna ride. If that loyalty is questioned, it clearly questioned on both sides because that's why she went and got the abortion. Because if you're ghosting me, okay, I fucked up, but I'm pregnant, I'm about to have your baby. And we need to be on the same page. You can't ghost me for 2 or 3 weeks.
We obviously ain't on the same page. You picked your best friend.
And that's what I'm and that's what I'm saying. And maybe that's why she went through with it. Because obviously we ain't there.
But see, that's what I'm saying though. If you know already that you have in your mind made up, well, I ain't doing this shit by myself. Because I'm pretty sure she had in her mind already before it got to this.
We ain't gonna be together.
I'm
not gonna be a single woman taking care of a baby.
So I think, and like I said, he might have ghosted, but man, dog, motherfucker, you try to find out if a nigga cheating every night. You go through every which way to find this nigga. But if motherfucker you break I ain't calling.
I can't tell my story.
You can always tell your story.
I can. She know all the stories anyway.
All right, go ahead.
You can text your truth. You can text me. I'll tell it. I'm making this back.
I didn't have that situation exactly, but I had a situation where someone thought they were pregnant because they went to the hospital. Hospital took a test, said they was pregnant off of blood levels or something. And they didn't even want to call me. Nothing.
Whoa.
Huh?
Hold on, they told you and then...
Nah, they didn't tell me. Their mama told me. So their mama told me, I'm at the hospital with such and such, and the doctor saying she pregnant, blah, blah, blah. So she finally gets on the phone because at this point she wasn't even answering the phone. But we weren't together, so whatever, But obviously we were still dealing. And I get on the phone with her and I'm like, so what's up? And she like, well, yeah. And I'm like, you wasn't gonna tell me? Like she like, nah, I was just gonna go get a abortion. And I'm like, you don't get to make that decision on your own. Like, how weren't you gonna call me, say anything, even let me know you were pregnant? You know what I'm saying? But then I had to think about it later on, like, we weren't together. She might have been doing her thing. I don't know what she was doing, So maybe that's why. But at the same time, it's just kind of crazy that you would automatically go to that thought process like, I'm just going to go get an abortion instead of talking to the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just kind of crazy because I would have been against it, Nah, I want my kid. Even if you don't have it, even if you don't want it, I'll take my kid.
Yeah, that comes with it's so many variables from that. But I definitely get it because it's like, why would you? 9 times out of 10, people know what they're gonna do before they do it. So even when something like that happens,
I don't think so with them abortions, bro. I don't think they know that. I think they have it in their mind what they think they gonna do, but that abortion is. And that ain't nothing. The process of it.
Big decision.
It's a very big decision. It's a big decision. They be in pain for a few days, dealing with.
Well, I can't say that because the girl I had one with, like, she had 3 already, so she was just cool with it. I was like,
you probably shouldn't have got her pregnant no way.
Well, I wasn't trying to.
You knew what she was gonna do.
Things happen. Shit.
You knew what she was gonna do. You shouldn't have been shooting that club up. You probably shot the club up knowing like she just gonna go to get her abortion. About it.
Nah, because this is what happened. She had the thing in her, and she was like, "Yeah, I got this, so I'm good." So I was like, "All right," but then I felt it. I was like, "Yeah, I don't think that's in there anymore."
I had one of them come
so
out.
I was like, "Yeah, so it's probably you gonna be pregnant in about a week, if not now." So
2 days, bro. 2 days. That's how they got 48 hours to swim.
Hey, my nigga's retarded, so that nigga probably floating around trying to look for the motherfucking egg, all type of shit. I do not see this shit like on Who's Talking, nigga.
Again, he's a comedian. Pay no attention to the retarded word.
So we are gonna change speeds here, though. I want to get into this little last topic. So when it comes down to black men, we all black men up in here.
I love y'all, man.
Love you too, man.
Yeah, I love the black men in the world, man. I wish we'd do better, for real.
All right, let's.
But go ahead, go ahead.
Throwing me off with the shit. He'll hit you with a left hook, uppercut. What the hell?
Like,
no, but I wanted to ask y'all, how do you feel about black men supporting each other, and specifically, does the older generation hate on the younger generation? The older generation of black men hate on the younger generation of black men.
I don't even think it has to even just do a race. I think it's just older men in general.
Okay, let's broaden it then.
Because I feel like, especially, I don't give a fuck, especially in the comedy world.
Mm-hmm.
Nigga,
hold up, before you go, the reason why I specified it though is because I really don't give a fuck about older white men, or it's like
what they think about you or how they look at you.
But I do want to like.
It's a
feel
thing.
That love from the
it's
older
a thing
generation.
Like,
that's the only reason why I said
I'm doing my thing. I'm successful. Like, why you not feeling me?
Because because and a lot of older men hate on the younger men because a lot of young kids come with that energy. You know what I mean? They're ready to get active with it. You know what I mean? Whether it be a job or stand up or whatever the case may be, school. They gotta be like, I'm gonna get this shit done. I'm gonna be the best at this. But the older cats like they've been there and done it, and they might not be getting the praise as they once used to get.
Right.
Right. Because they used to be us.
Right.
They used to
exactly.
used to be the young niggas.
Right.
But now they the old niggas, they ain't getting that type of love no more.
So let me ask you this: with you being in the entertainment industry, all right, Now, when it comes to just like your family or relatives, do you get that? Do you get that love from the older men in your circle? Friend circle, family circle, relative circle.
I do.
Are they showing you that love that you?
They do.
Okay.
It's very supportive. You know what I mean? Like I got uncles, pops. My dad funny because he don't laugh at none of my jokes, but he just want me to keep going.
Right. Right.
So I know he love me and shit.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
That's why you was always acting stupid when we was
gotta support.
All the damn in schools and shit. Have your ass on stage for real.
It might be paying off.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, so my uncles always, hey man, keep going, stick with it. You know what I mean? Like what you're doing, love what you're doing. I'm glad you're getting it together. You know what I mean? Different things like that. So, like I have had that support system. That's why I can, when it comes to certain shit, like those are one of my things where like I can't use it as a crutch. Be like, well, nobody was there in my corner.
Nobody. Yeah,
I ain't had nobody for me. Like,
right.
They gonna be looking on the outside like, nigga, you was a liar.
Right.
We're right here. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, man, I really do. I really do. And that's not, like I said, even my friends, people, like they father, they uncles, everybody's in tune with me. They be like, yo, man, keep doing that shit. So I definitely feel the love.
And that's dope. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing, you being successful, and they just acknowledging you. It ain't no, ego thing about it, no hate. They just acknowledge you and say, hey, we see you, keep going, keep striving. What was your opinion on it?
Coming from how he said, I don't have many older male family members that I can really speak of, but like my uncles, they always tell me like, man, we proud of you, for everything you doing, the way you handle your family, take care of them, all that type of stuff, which is it is dope to have them telling you stuff like that. So I don't see the hating from them. Mm-hmm. But
what about in general, in public?
I mean, you get the looks of, people because they see you, and I try not to come off flashy. I'm not a real flashy person, but, I wear some jewelry or, maybe my car. I had a loud car for a long time, and I used to get the looks of like, young nigga got this, like, what you doing to get that? Like, why I can't just go to work like you did? You know what I'm saying?
Same thing you doing.
Why? Yeah, like why it gotta be that I'm doing something else to get what I got different than maybe what you had did to get what you got. So in that sense, yeah. But growing up, the older men that was around, they always tried to put knowledge in me.
Yeah, facts.
This what you gonna go through. You gonna have a group of friends. One gonna be this, one gonna be that. This gonna happen. Man, just keep your head level, keep doing your thing, don't worry about what, and that, to me, that was like a big deal. And honestly, I try to do that same thing for the young guys that I be around, like working at a school. I try to tell them some of the same things that I heard back then. Like, keep doing what you're doing, or if they down, try to build them up, because shit, really, we all we got.
True. And I try, and like, just to piggyback off what you said, I talk to the younger generation too, and not just for them, but I talk to them for my son, because those kids can be his friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now I got to make sure that, all right, bro, it is some good dudes out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I used to
pay attention to who you keeping around you. What they do, how they talk.
I used to tell this dude I worked with, because he always change the world. How can we change the world? And I used to tell him, like, honestly, bro, first I'm trying to affect my household. Because if my kids go out in these streets and they acting right, doing the right thing, maybe they friends will see that who don't have positive influence in their house. So maybe that'll change them. Like, you got to change the house first to change the block, to change the neighborhood. If I'm worried about changing the world, I ain't getting nowhere because I haven't even changed my foundation, my household. I'm so worried about the world, but if everybody pay attention to their household, the block will change. And if the block change, the neighborhood will change. Then the city will change. That's the only real way to change anything. You got to worry about within first before you try to go outside and do something. But so, Deuce, how you feel about it?
These old niggas be hating. These old niggas be hating. Old niggas be hating. See a young nigga shining.
I see it. I see it shining. I can smell a nigga with money.
No, I'm for the most part it's jokes and it's all it's all good.
So how you feel? How you think you feel about the younger generation?
As far as what?
On all these young niggas getting money.
You said what?
You be hating on all these
Oh no,
young
hell
niggas getting money.
no!
I
I be trying to teach them.
Hey,
I be trying to tell them. Come get this money,
I
man.
feel like Dolph a little bit in that sense. Get paid,
Yeah,
young niggas.
yeah,
Get paid.
yeah.
Hey, dude, they go about it a different way. You know what I'm saying? But
They got their own culture. You know what I'm saying? And we gotta remember that we had our own culture when they be with their age.
the problem with
You know
their
what I'm
culture
saying?
is it can result to jail so much
Oh,
that I
that's
be
good too,
wanting
though.
Right.
You know what? You're right. Let me be quiet.
Yeah,
You're right.
because like, man, I've always thought to man, like
That's that older mentality. You're right. We did some stuff we probably
man,
should've been
we
doing.
definitely should have been doing.
man, it's like early 20s, nigga. We woke up every day, chose violence, nigga, every day.
And drank.
Man, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And to see that now that we didn't.
Y'all was taking over schools and stuff.
Oh man,
So yeah, that is kind of true. I guess now maybe I do need to stop thinking like that because I do be like, y'all be, but I think the difference is they be so reckless.
I think
We
it appears more reckless just because everything is seen on social media.
Reckless. We didn't show everything we did.
but
We wasn't posting.
But if we had it to the extent that
Nah.
they have it,
Not me.
will we be doing the same thing?
Not me. I don't think
Because
I wouldn't have.
we got some wild posts, even though we want.
we got some wild
It come
videos and
up
pictures.
through the memories.
But none of that was
Take that
illegal.
away.
None of that was illegal stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
it wasn't
true,
nothing that
true.
could have got us in no real
It was
trouble.
liquor and we was underage. I know that ain't no real trouble, but
Yeah,
it was that ain't legal.
That ain't no real trouble though.
Yeah, ain't no
you
real
know,
trouble,
That
no.
wasn't nothing we could
we
go
was
to
at-
jail for.
we was at a top 5
Might have got
party
our mama in
university.
trouble.
Nigga, a senior high school should have been drinking. You know what I'm saying?
Got Don on here on the lives. The key is understanding the different dynamics of our experiences and how it relates.
Hey,
Yeah, that is.
I heard
I
that,
agree.
Donsky.
That's-
I heard
agree.
That is kind of true because our experiences are definitely different. The times we grew up in are different. I tell my kids that all the time. Daddy, can we go here? Can we do that? No. Times is different. I grew up in the city. Sometimes I don't even want my son to go to the city. Do you see the stuff that go on? I feel bad.
Right, because you feel like such a
Man,
hypocrite.
like such a hypocrite, because I love them city streets.
Man,
Like, that's
Right.
it.
I
That's
still
where
be
grew
over
up
east.
at. Man, it's
You
like
over East
trying to lose your life.
I'm straight in the basement in the house.
because
Nigga.
it's so easy to, and they don't understand
Yeah.
because they think everything they doing out here is normal.
It's
It's regular.
It's that bulletproof mentality.
They don't fear-
It
they don't
can't
fear
happen to me, You know
anything.
what I'm saying? Oh, most definitely. But it's crazy because, like we just said, that's the same shit our parents used to teach us.
Yeah.
So you
My
know,
mama used to feel like that about riding the bus. Y'all need to be riding no bus to the rink because, like, mama, it's the rink.
My
What
mama
you
told me,
talking
go ahead,
about?"
take the bus. I ain't take your ass.
Hey, mama, it's like, come on now.
man,
Go ahead.
dude.
Y'all want to go back? Okay, go ahead.
But it also brings me back to this point of like, when we was younger, we was in high school, what have you, we had our style of music, right? Or matter of fact, majority of us listened to the same music that the older niggas was listening to. But you also had that older generation like, turn that shit off. We don't hear that shit.
Right.
Now I found myself like, turn that shit off. I don't even know what the fuck he talking about.
Right.
But
I rocks with Lil Baby.
I do
It
too.
ain't too many more of them I rocks with. but
I ain't gonna lie.
rocks with Lil Baby.
When I get high and drunk, I understand them very clearly. I be like, damn, you did that too? Me too. Shit, I didn't even know. Damn.
But yeah, I think we got to get a better understanding with the younger generation, so they don't feel like we feel with we hating on them, they hating on, Cause
Yeah.
I ain't hating on nobody.
It ain't-
I want
you know what?
everybody to shine and look
It
good.
ain't even,
hold on,
I don't
and-
even think it's a hate. I think it's more of a dislike. But you know how to. Everybody dislikes something that they don't understand.
But here's my
Right.
thing from my perception. Because it is plenty of older dudes that I know that like show mad love, give me hella props, but that's usually only when that guy make at least as much money as me or more.
Case in point, it only makes sense when the nigga got something to lose. You a
You
nigga worse enemy.
losing nothing by me gaining.
You don't get nothing to
Me
lose.
gaining ain't making
And-
you lose nothing.
I swear, but like
true.
when it's a guy
not
that knows.
not to the older men though. You know what I'm saying? Older men think like, man, shit, like this. Like I said, this young nigga coming in here, getting all this play. Everybody looking at him now. You know what I'm saying? Where mine at? I do the same damn thing. Ain't nobody. But back then you did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I just think that shit weird as hell. Like, usually when it's a older dude giving me props, it's usually they making some bread and they like, yeah, I see you, I see you, bro, I see you, you know.
And they usually okay with, cause they got theirs.
Right.
But
right.
I still like to see that because there's a lot of people out here that got theirs, and they ain't trying to help you or show you how to get yours at all.
Right.
They feel like I got mine. So,
Right.
you know. And like the older guys that I remember being around, I don't feel like they felt that way. I felt like they wanted us to be successful. You know, they tried to tell us the way to go to be successful in their eyes, like how they, you know, got it. I don't never feel like I came across an older guy that tried to show me the wrong way to be a bum.
right.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And that's like
yeah. It's either they gonna put you on game or they gonna mean mug. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
Exactly.
in between. Either they rock with you hard, or this little nigga think he the shit.
But for me being
Out of here.
I ain't gonna say nothing to him though.
Right.
I ain't gonna say nothing to him though.
for me, kind of being like not in that position, but being I guess older, you know, in the younger generation, I try to put them on. I want to see everybody doing good. I don't want to
Facts.
see nobody out here doing bad.
Facts.
It's enough room, enough money, enough resources, enough jewelry, enough clothes, cars. It's enough for everybody to have it. Why you worried about who got it? Why you worried about helping them get it?
Better yet, focus on getting your own.
And if I got it, if you ask me how to get it, I'll tell you what I did to get it. Now it's on you to follow through with that.
Yeah. You gotta walk through that door
So
yourself.
I can't walk it
yeah,
for you.
it's stepping stones to everything. You know what I'm saying? You like you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. You know what I mean? So, man, it's like I said, man. I'm all about the leading too. You know what I mean? Helping the young generation out. You know, not having that somewhat of an old bitter soul. Fuck this little nigga.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try my best not to be like that, man.
I'm in this Dodge Neon, this nigga in a motherfucking Charger. Where he get this shit from?
So I know we've been all about the man cave.
Mm-hmm.
But I do want us to talk to the women for a minute, just because I know it's women listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You know how
Take us
you
there.
know-
This
you know-
gonna.
You know how
finish it up.
they always sending the posts about men tell women, you know, what y'all want.
Yeah.
I want to take this
Hold on.
time.
What you mean?
You know how you see the post, like you'll see somebody post like, men, what y'all need to be happy, or what you want your woman to do, you know, type
Okay.
shit. I want to take this time to do that.
Okay.
Okay. I fucks with that.
So I'm gonna let you lead it off. Go ahead, do your thing.
Shit.
What you feel like women need to do or be or embody to have a successful relationship with a man?
Listen to the man. Listen to what he's saying. I ain't talking about just all listen to him, but listen. Stop being quiet to talk back. Like you being quiet because you waiting on him to shut the fuck up so you can say what you want to say. Ah! You know what I'm saying? Like that's that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm telling you, like, yo, like, I feel you don't do such and such. Well, you ain't never did this in your life. You like, what the fuck did it? Oh, look, take. You know, y'all give a lot, but learn how to take some advice too. Take it. You know, everybody don't. Sometimes shit, we don't talk. Sometimes we need to go in the other fucking room. But take that. Take the communication. Learn to listen. I think that's one major thing for me. I don't know. I really don't think about nothing else right now because that's at the top of the list. You know. Y'all tag me in this post so she can see this shit too. Because I need her to shit. Just listen, goddammit. Like I don't need you to do shit else. Like if I'm telling you how I feel, don't try to counter me with how you feeling. Just like say okay. You know, don't rebuttal. You know what I mean? That rebuttal and shit just kind of like.
So you want them to have the mentality they want us to have? Like, are you listening to respond, or are you listening to give a solution, or are you listening just to listen? You want them to think about that.
Yeah, I'd rather the solution than just thinking about some shit. Like, and that's because I'm really big on, man, like, don't bring me the fucking problem. Because if at the end of the day, it's still going to be a problem. Bring me the solution to the problem.
Well, sometimes they bring the problem so that you can have a solution. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes a woman come to you and they talking to you, and somebody, I seen this, and they was like, you want a solution or you just want me to listen?
Right.
You know?
Right.
And
See,
cool
that's
what I'm
there.
saying. I'm saying, are you telling them listen to listen or listen and have a solution to the problem I'm telling you?
And I think maybe
both.
And I think as men, if we thought to ask that question a lot of the time before they went on they tangents, I think we would save a lot of arguments because we try to come with solutions.
Because we're solution based.
And they don't be trying to hear. They just like, what you talking about? Stop. I don't want no solutions. I'm trying to talk.
I've literally had my wife tell me, I wasn't asking you for a solution. I'm not coming to you for a solution. I just wanted to vent. It's like, you know me. Like, you gotta say that in the beginning. Like, you know, because once you start talking and I see there's a problem, my mind is instantly figuring out how to fix the problem.
Exactly. Most definitely.
Yes, I'm listening to you, but when I respond, it's gonna be how to fix the problem.
Exactly.
So,
and that's where our focus is gonna be. But they don't be wanting our focus to be there. They want our focus to be on.
And sometimes I just shut the fuck up. Like, I let her talk, and then I'm like, yeah.
And
so what do you think women need to hold on, what do you think women should do or should have to do to have a healthy relationship?
I think to have a healthy relationship, what men want is somebody to listen, communicate, take heed to the communication given when the man communicates. Let him lead in a sense of not like you're not equal to him or you're beneath him, but let him lead in a sense that if I'm telling you I got this the move we should make, trust that. If you don't trust it, you probably shouldn't be with him anyway, because you don't trust him to get y'all to a successful place or the next.
Do they only trust it
life.
when that place is already established?
Sometimes, or they can see it, and sometimes you gotta trust him even when you don't see it, because we see differently than women do.
Yeah.
So the vision that I have and I see, and I'm seeing how to get to it. If you with me, you love me. Trust me that if I'm telling you this what we finna do and this how we finna get to it, trust that I'm gonna do what's needed to get to it. And be what he need.
Everything he just said.
Let me not say be what he need. Be what he wants. Because every person should be 100% whole, right? So that means I got what I need already. You got what you need already. What do you want from me, and what do I want from you?
That makes
Be
sense.
that.
Because
If you not trying to be that, what we here for?
Because if you do everything, if you become what he wants, then you'll end up being everything that he needs.
I already got everything I need, and if you everything I want, then I ain't wanting from nothing. I ain't needing for nothing. You ain't wanting for nothing. You ain't needing for nothing. We in this thing.
I head up.
For real.
So I think we're gonna wrap it up there.
Oh, you ain't gonna answer, huh?
I think we're gonna wrap it on up there, man.
I see how dudes just slid up out of that right there. I see how dudes slid up out of that.
I'll answer real quick though, cause I ain't like that. But no, I just feel like I loved you guys' points, but the listening, and it just I think we touched on the last part, but like action with the listening, and okay, yeah, you listen. Now can we get some action? Can we change?
And we say the action because some women think men don't communicate. The issue with that be when we communicate, sometimes we don't see no action behind it. So then we start to feel like, what's the point of us communicating? So if you listen when we communicate and you show the action behind that you listened and you taking heed to what I'm saying, which is what you would want me to do. I'm pretty sure if a woman come to me and telling me something, and if my wife like, babe, I need you to do this, and I want, she don't want me just to listen. Yeah, you want me to listen, but if I don't ever do what you telling me you need or want me to do, you gonna feel like I didn't hear you.
Right.
There will be a problem.
So that action gotta come with the listening, because if it don't, I'm gonna feel like, did you hear me? Then if I'm feeling like, did you hear me? Now I gotta repeat myself, or I'm gonna shut down that part.
And I think that's 85% of men. It's not so much they don't repeat themselves; it's the fact that they just shut down.
But they shut it down because they feel like,
what's the
if
point?
you're not gonna show the action, why am I beating a dead horse?
Exactly.
Because me steady talking and telling you, communicating the same thing is only gonna agitate me, because why am I steady repeating myself? Then it's gonna agitate you, because you're gonna feel like, why you keep on telling me the same thing? I heard you the first 7 times, but you showed no action that you heard it.
I got one more thing.
Let's go. That's why we here.
I need y'all to start following trends.
Okay. Speak on it.
These trends, if they start off as pillow talk. Well, such and such going through such and such, and I don't want to end up like them. So then this nigga. But next thing you know, now it's that energy from that situation is now in your face, and now you trying to deal with it. You like, we didn't even have this fucking problem before you mentioned that.
Kind of the misery loves company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like not like I hate that, because it's been especially in my marriage has been thrown in my face so many times. Well, such and such is like this, or they don't do this, or such as over here. Well, and then
we ain't such and such.
Yeah, we not here for them. I'm here for you. Your big forehead. I'm sorry, my bad. I'm a real person. My bad. Sorry.
So they're seeing other trends, and they're trying to.
It becomes. It's not
they're
so
making
much,
trends their reality.
Yeah, and
or trying to.
Exactly.
Well, Beyonce did like this, so I'm gonna do this, or Rihanna did this, and it's like, y'all base trends off people y'all probably ain't gonna never fucking meet. So it's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? And I don't mean it. My nigga might be getting my feelings right now, but still, like you gotta draw the line.
So for the fifis instead of me this time. I'm okay with that.
Feminine energy. Nah. Go ahead. It's a safe place.
But yeah, man, it's just like man, whatever in that relationship, in y'all relationship, keep that shit y'all relationship. If that shit ain't bothering you, even if you're, because I know we all got friends. Everybody got friends. And all our friends, we all vent to one another.
Right.
But I ain't taking that shit home. What you go through and we talk about right there, we leaving that shit right
exactly,
there.
because you don't need to bring it into your relationship.
No, that's another attachment.
First of all, how do you bring it into your... I can't see myself listening to Deuce and he telling me something and I go home like thinking in my mind, yeah, Deuce going through, yeah, I need you to do what?
Because I don't want to end up like...
hold on. I ain't gonna lie though, but when your people going through shit, it is an energy. You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
So it's like...
But you check your energy at the door.
You try to, but I have to admit that I have done this. So I have... All right, Punk going through some shit. Now I'm side-eyeing my girl like, you be
on that?
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell you think you going?
But see, it's
give me your damn phone.
But just being realistically, bro, we all human. We all feel some type of way, especially when we going through shit, especially when our people go through shit.
Your close people.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Literally feel it.
Yeah,
you literally feel it.
You know what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's kind of like, you know what? If we ain't never had this problem, then it's like, you know what? Let me not bring it that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's and now it's like we got to make that a mental note.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Make that a mental note, keep it in the forefront, and be like, you know what, man? Let me not. You know what? We ain't even dealing with that shit right now.
Right.
I'm gonna just talk to dude tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Keep it over there and let wife. that's whatever she want to put.
But it do happen though. That energy is strong. Definitely when you care about the people, you be. Damn, this can happen to them. I don't want you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
I got one more thing.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
I wanted to touch on something too, but go ahead.
I need y'all to open up for your man.
In what ways,
you in love
though?
with him, y'all marry anyway. Like, just...
You don't feel like women do that?
Sometimes. But then some have restrictions. Don't.
So you talking to the ones that
has Don't. Because then it's like you putting a restriction on y'all relationship. And the man
hold on, so what
that.
you mean by restrictions though?
I mean, just with anything, like
conditions.
if you not, and I'm
conditions.
I'm a conditions. I'm gonna speak for myself.
I feel like women come with a lot. I feel like they come with a lot of conditions. Definitely once that ring is on.
I'm gonna speak for myself in the sense of like when I first got married, my wife, she got a few older friends, and they was into traveling and stuff, and they traveling with their husbands, and and she like, hey, let's take this trip. And me, I'm all about making the money, making sure the crib's straight. Nah, babe, you go. Mm-hmm. I catch whenever.
Yeah,
I want to make sure
you wasn't right there at that time.
I wasn't there. You know, I should have opened up to that because it did affect us. So we made it through.
You saying you should have went on the trips?
I should have went on trips.
Okay.
I should have explored life and did all these things.
Were you able to at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I could have.
Okay.
But I was just, I don't want to travel. I'm making this bread. I'm trying to make sure, and I could have. But stop having them conditions that it's like, nah, I don't want to do this. I ain't ready to do this. I ain't never been here. I ain't never did that. I don't want to try that. Stop having conditions. Because if this let me stop saying man, because we all married in here. I don't have conditions on my wife. I want to be everything you want me to be. You should want to be everything your man wants you to be for y'all relationship to be successful.
Do women act that way at the beginning and then change up once they got a ring?
I don't know.
Here in the man cave. So let's change the speed. One last little. It's not really a topic, but I just wanted to ask your opinion on one of the comments. So on our TikTok page, it was a comment under the video. Are you and your spouse roommates? Talking about a 50-50 relationship. And the comment said that basically, to sum it up, 50-50 relationships, they kill the romance in the relationship. Do you agree with that? Do you disagree?
I disagree.
Opinion? But what about the question though? Does it kill? So us working together 50-50, does that kill romance?
See, the romance is a mind thing, dog. So if you weak-minded, of course it's gonna kill your romance. But if you strong with it, shit, I'm gonna tell you right now.
What if I'm tired?
What? She tired from work?
Him, her, whoever. What if I'm tired? I don't want to work. Kids cooking. I'm tired.
Hey, such a sleep. Got these oils. Let's get to it. Play these damn games. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and that's
Put
what I'm
his
saying.
ass to sleep early too.
Shit.
Give him some melatonin.
Hey.
Those views are punk. Just the views on the show, but
rub some rum on his
views don't agree.
I've never given a kid melatonin. I'm not saying they ain't never had none, but I've never given it to them. That's all I'm saying.
It wasn't your doing.
It wasn't me.
Shit.
But I was okay with it when they were asleep for the rest of the night.
My people was worse. They was rubbing rum on your gums, nigga.
Oh, right?
Yeah.
Is that worse or better?
It was a drunk baby after that shit. I know it was.
They have melatonin for kids.
They ain't got alcohol for kids though, nigga. That shit.
So my thoughts on that comment though is like, so basically they correlating romanticism with the man taking care of all the bills, I guess.
The finances. And in
my opinion, if a motherfucker gonna be romantic, he gonna be romantic whether he broke or whether he taking care of it, whether he rich.
But you know what I'm saying?
So they saying a man is only romantic if he got money.
But in a sense,
if he's taking care of all the bills, because that just because you taking care of all the bills don't mean you got money either.
Here we go again.
I'm broke, baby.
Here we go again with the damn conditions.
Take care of all the bills.
That's another condition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if I'm broke, can't be romantic. Because,
you know what I'm saying?
But it's a lot of things.
Romance don't cost nothing.
But here's the thing, though, because see,
romance don't cost nothing.
I feel you. But back then, these old school sayings got a lot of fucked up ways. For instance, no romance before finance. That's bullshit.
When I was 16, I was romancing. Baby, let me give you a massage. Let me rub you down.
Love is love, and love will get you through anything. If y'all love each other, if you truly love each other.
We talking about romance.
And I know that.
Nah, I don't even think I'm romantic. Let me stop lying. But I've been told that I could be.
Just tell them, let me give a massage. That don't mean
I was told.
Hey.
I'm gonna let y'all peek into my life a little bit.
They know that's for you, bro.
It was.
It
was.
Straight.
It wasn't straight to it. It was a detour to make it. It wasn't straight to it.
I'm
gonna make
a minute and a half massage.
I was getting in that thing.
15 seconds.
I was getting in there. That's why I was romancing. I was telling you gotta take that off from jump. I can't give you a massage with this on, baby.
Right.
Take it off. I gotta feel skin.
It ain't gonna feel right.
It ain't gonna feel right on no t-shirt. I can't even get in there.
You don't even get the full massage. You don't even get the full massage. You tripping.
Right. Messing up your experience.
But I mean, I'm just gonna be 100. Like, I was the type of dude where I felt like, my mama, she was chefing in the kitchen, so I felt like I knew a little something. Yeah, come on over. I'm gonna cook,
Mm-hmm.
Give you a massage. I wrote a little poetry in my life.
Candle
I wouldn't light no candles. I wasn't that smooth yet. I wasn't that smooth yet. But
you
was
trying
did
though.
a little poetry, so I ain't mind writing you a poem or something. I ain't never wrote a poem for nobody but my wife.
Did you perform that poem?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Go all the way with that shit.
Now, fuck that. You still remember it?
It's on paper. I ain't never memorized nothing, but it's on paper. But you know what I'm saying?
I made up shit.
Like that's some stuff that a lot of women feel is romantic. I ain't had no money. I was young and broke. But I'm gonna show you some things that you young too, so ain't none of these probably did that for you before.
You know
They
what I'm
wasn't writing no pause. They wasn't talking about giving you no massage. They wasn't cooking for you. They trying to take you to the corner little restaurant, the Applebee's. No, I'm finna cook for you. I'm finna
cook for you.
Man,
How old were you cooking for chicks? Let me know.
Probably about about 17.
16, 17.
Yeah, probably first time I cooked for a chick. About 17. First time I
put
really.
You on,
my
mom ain't tell me none of this.
First time
I knew how to cook too.
First time I used the massage, I think I was about 19. That was with the wife. When I like, let me try this real quick. You want a massage? She like, what? You want a massage? She like, all right. She ain't never had a massage before. Oh, yeah. She try to lay there like, nah, you gotta take your shirt off because I can't really get in there.
Right.
You know?
I see you. See, I ain't had no game. I ain't know
that was game.
Hey, cause that shit sound real smooth. I started thinking about what the fuck. Like, damn. So you massage? Okay, take your clothes off. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm gonna ask if I ask no.
But even on some older shit, you know, like my mom, she kind of put me up on something one time because I was trying to figure out something to do, and you know, we had kids and all that by then, and mom's like, you ain't gotta go out to be romantic, like. She like, just come to the house. I got something for you. Go to the crib. Mom's got a picnic basket. Whole little tablecloth, plaid tablecloth. She, you know, cook y'all some dinner or whatever. She like lay the little cloth out on the floor in the front room. You know, get the picnic basket. How y'all a picnic in the house? I bring the kids over.
Put you on
did that, you know, and this show you something different. But I done did, you know, we went to this restaurant one time. It was like a fondue spot. Cook your food at the table. I bought a fondue pot. You know, one Valentine's Day, like, come on, we gonna do this fondue thing at the crib. You know, but it ain't got.
We got kids, baby. We got
kids, but it ain't got a. And that's more intimate. It's more romantic because we doing this together. You know, at home. So it don't cost all the time to be romantic, so you ain't gotta have the bread.
The way these women,
you just gotta think. They don't even know. Look, they don't even know that they ain't being romanced. A nigga spending money ain't romantic.
True.
Tell them that.
What's romantic about somebody? If I'm worth $1 billion, I'm Jay-Z. What's romantic about me taking you to a restaurant?
Right.
I spend that anyway. That's a couple dollars to me.
It's just a night out.
What's romantic about it?
Right. I feel that.
They just caught up in the illusion.
But it's a trend. I keep, bro, nigga.
Just caught up in
we
the
keep
illusion.
circling it, bro. Bro, it's all right, man.
Real romance don't cost nothing.
Say it again.
Real romance don't cost nothing.
On the guys, for real.
I think we can wrap it up.
Yeah, we can wrap it up. Real romance.
That might be the title.
Real
romance.
Nothing.
Or the men's club. The men's club.
Nah, I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Man, we appreciate you for coming.
I appreciate this because I don't get out the house much.
Okay, so, well,
you know what I'm saying.
You're gonna be on more often.
I definitely appreciate that.
We definitely turning up. We appreciate you, man.
Hey, just let me know if how far I need to keep the microphone away from my mouth so you'll hear me breathing sometimes.
No, you good. You good.
I'm working on it. I went to the gym this morning.
You'll be Diesel if you stay in that gym.
Yeah, I ain't trying to be Diesel though. I'm just trying to slim down. I seen a big nigga the other day. I said, nigga,
you got the shoulders for it. You got the neck for it.
Yeah, I know that. I need to slow down. Shit, man.
That's where the food goes. Straight to the neck and shoulders.
It's about 3 honey buns right here, nigga. Shit. I'm trying to stop right now, goddamn it.
But yeah, let's re-wrap it up. Episode 16, man. Hey, I just want to thank all the followers. Thank everybody. To
the TikTokers, I gotta say
this. The TikTok community, y'all lit.
I appreciate y'all and y'all comments. Even though y'all be killing me for the cutting cocaine off, Please watch all the videos. Listen to the pods. We on Apple Music, Spotify,
Cocaine
other
paid
streaming
my
sites.
mama
Save it for the
bills.
booth. Listen so y'all can see
Everywhere you
that
can
I
find
don't
a
just be cutting her
podcast.
off like that. But I appreciate y'all for the comments because
Yeah,
I am
keep
working on
commenting.
it.
Keep turning the fuck
Yeah,
up.
turn us up. We lit. I want to
Again,
give a shout out real quick to the Midday Rendezvous for 92.3. Had me on that Tuesday talking about mental health. I
Dope.
appreciate y'all for that,
Okay.
Miss Mina.
Dope.
It was a great
Facts.
time. Looking forward to doing it again. And yeah.
I'm gonna be on that next time. But
Hey.
I ain't gonna be on the radio.
I
though.
definitely
I'm just gonna
hollered
give it
at her
back.
because she
You
do
gonna be the
comedy
backer?
shows.
Yeah.
So I hollered at her about,
Okay.
she got a comedy show coming up March 12th, but she had all the comedians already. So the
that's
next
cool.
one, I'm going to holler at her,
Shit, holler at
maybe
her.
you can get back
give
on
me
the
2.
stage.
Nigga, give me 2 minutes, nigga. Shit, we could
2
do it,
minutes,
nigga. Shit. Just flash
Maybe
my
we can
phone.
have her on save it for
Flash
the
my
booth.
phone light, nigga. Let me know when to get on.
Man,
Nigga.
yeah.
Shit,
Maybe
you
she'll
know
come
what
on
I'm
save it for the booth.
saying? Hey.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to her. See if Miss Nina want to come.
Future TikTokers. I love babies.
My name will be I am Dennis Burton.
I love babies. I love
I'm
women.
not kicking women down the stairs.
No boot. Just wanted to throw that out there. So don't come at me too hard.
Do you have any new projects coming or anything up your sleeve?
As of lately, I just auditioned. Well, I just did a KFC ad too, so I don't know when they supposed to be promoting that. Hopefully, it might be on TikTok. I gotta check TikTok. That's why I gotta get a TikTok.
Yeah, you might be already lit on TikTok.
I might be. Yeah, but I was eating the chicken sandwich and that shit had mayonnaise and pickles on it. Man. That shit was.
Hey.
It was good. It was good because they paid me for it. So I'm gonna just shut up. I'm shut up.
Checking a bag.
Exactly. Check that bag.
You better cut it out.
No, but it was
We
all
are
good
recording.
though.
We gonna cut that out, though,
right.
but we are recording.
No,
Shout out
recently-
KFC.
Right.
I seen a commercial
I'm
with
about to
some
give me a double down right now
ain't chicken
with a side of heart
nuggets.
attack.
Oh, the plant-based nuggets.
I just seen a commercial.
Shout out for the plant-based.
But I just auditioned for Chicago PD.
Yeah, I've been binge watching that too. I love to see my niggas doing that thing.
Man, just looking for some more stuff to come about, man. It's pilot season right now, so whatever they send in my way, I'm definitely gonna try to do my best, give it my all. You know what I mean?
That's lit. Keep doing.
So
your
y'all
shit.
make sure y'all are on the lookout for him because he's doing big things out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in a different body this time. I just got this body. It's fat. It's gonna be slim next time.
He gonna go
This
from
is-
2 to 1.
This is funny body.
Yeah, this nigga, this body hurt. Nigga.
That's his first body.
This
You know
is
how
hurt
y'all
body.
go through some stuff, man.
Yeah, nigga, like,
He ain't multiplying no more. He on
gotta
the
laugh.
division
We
side.
gotta
Yeah.
laugh
So,
our pain off. We gotta laugh through our pain.
Hey, we appreciate y'all. Real talk. Real talk.
Dope. Peace.
Peace.